Bandhugale, brothers and sisters, with your permission, I will talk in English. കുറച്ച് മനസ്സിലാവും മലയാളം ബട്ട് ശരിക്കും പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ I will talk in English. Sashikant Senthil ಅಂತ ಪರಜ ಮರಿ. I am no more IAS. So I would reject that introduction. I have given out my IAS. There is nothing very serious about it. I have a moral conscience and I have to operate on that. But my job is not done. My job starts. Because like every one of you here, I dreamt about India. The idea of India was what captivated me. I was a software engineer, drawing a handsome salary. But this idea of India brought me to this public life. And that is what I cherished in my public life. When I see that idea being broken from the foundation, there is no way that I can continue in that particular service. That is the reason I came out. And my job doesn't stop until we take out those forces from our country. I am holding a piece of paper in my hand. Can everybody see? This is a piece of paper. What this government has now done is now in one sweep, they have converted all our dignity and lives to a piece of paper. Never in my life, I am sure none of you here also would have thought about what your citizenship is. Never anybody would have questioned you. Prove that you are an Indian. That sort of conversation doesn't happen in our country. We are so proud of our Indianness and we take it for granted. And that is what our constitution provides us. Today, that is being questioned by the Home Minister proclaiming that we will do NRC to this whole country. In one statement, he has just converted all our lives, all our Indianness, all our dignity to a piece of paper. Would you want to give your dignity to a piece of paper? Would you want to make it a piece of paper? Absolutely no. We should never do that and never allow this NRC to come in this particular country. Assam was a different story. Assam had a context. The chalutana of this government is to follow their agenda in every move. You might ask, sir, there are a lot of isms going on. Many of you, repeatedly we are telling this fascism, fascist. What is this fascist? This is just a system to hold power. Fascism is like one movie. There is a hero. What else is needed for a movie? You need a villain. You need various stories and dialogues. That is what fascism is all about. There is a hero. You have to make a villain and then keep the population in anger between each other, carry votes, and you gain power. This government from 2014 has been doing only that. It is not their fault. Today we are all sitting here. Today we are all fighting for our rights. Today we are all fighting to prove we are Indian. It is not their fault. You know why? When they brought demonetization, we all never raised our voice. We felt it was bad. But we thought, okay, government will have its own, knowledge. Something will come out of it. And we all sat in our houses trying to exchange that 500 rupees, going and standing in queues, like other speakers told. And that is the reason why we are now sitting in this status. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. The people running this government, the people who have perfected the Gujarat model, do not know the people of this country. They do not know what this country about. They thought, oh, these people. Okay, we put one demonetization, they accepted. One 370 we did, they accepted. Everything they have accepted. This also they'll accept. Big deal. What is there? थोड़ा इधर उधर होगा, हम कर लेंगे, उसके बाद तो हमारा एजेंडा चलाएंगे. ऐसे होगा क्या? Will it happen like that? It should not happen. This is the end. This CAA and NRC, what they are bringing, the defeat that they are going to take on this matter from the people of this country is going to be the end. Let me be very clear. We should all make this an end. And I am very certain they will get defeated here. They will get defeated here. Today, our students, our children are on the roads. They are showing the way. Traditionally also they have shown the way to this country. Again it has happened. They are on the roads. Around 20 plus universities are on the roads. Do you think this movement will fail? This movement cannot fail. Like my other speaker told, we should make this movement sustainable. We have to exchange hands, pull everything together, whatever we have to fight this particular thing and make this a defeat for these fascist forces and prove what India is and prove what we are made of. Have you ever seen an illegal immigrant? I have a big question. I kept asking. You want to do this whole such a big exercise. You want me to prove my citizenship. You want me to stand on the road and prove my citizenship. For what? To capture some illegal immigrants. I asked them, what is an illegal immigrant? Has anybody in this particular big crowd, have you ever seen one? You tell me. I have not seen one in my life. What are they doing? They don't know who an illegal immigrant is. So many RTIs have been filed to ask how many are there in India. They don't know. Continuously they are giving some mundane answer that we don't know. If you don't know, what is this all about? Okay, let us say you capture some illegal immigrants. What do you do with them after that? It is so dehumanizing. My friend Rohini Mohan did a very good investigative piece in Assam. There are families which have been broken by this. Children have not seen their father for 10 plus years. Is it the way India treats any human? India is not about that. And these guys want to do this to this entire country. There is no data at all. So our responsibility here is very clear. From the first step, from the word that he spoke in the house of the floor of the parliament, we have to oppose this. We cannot move an inch in this matter until they reverse this whole NRC and CAB thing. Let me be very clear. This should be our stand. There is nothing less than that. I have been told already some people are collecting documents. Some associations are collecting documents in a way to help people. Once if NRC happens, what will happen? Let us collect documents. Don't do that. Don't even do that. For God's sake, don't do that. This war, they cannot win. This is our dignity we are talking about. If we go 1 inch backwards, we are gone. We are finished. This country is finished. In this matter, don't budge. Don't collect any document. Don't do anything. Push the government back. Throw their bill in their face. I have written to the Home Minister that I will not give my document, come what may. Come what may. Not because, I don't have. I have. But at this point of history, I prefer to stand with my friends who don't have. I prefer to stand with my brother who doesn't have. I prefer to go into your detention center wherever you want to put me. Put me first. It is not about us. It is about all of us. If one person in this crowd is affected also, we are all affected. So don't even try to do such things. And this government, they think they are very smart. What they have done is, before bringing NRC, they did 2 things. Before bringing CAA also, they did 2 things. They amended the passports rule. They amended the Foreigners Act also, because it is by rule, it could be done. They also wanted to update something called National Population Register, NPR. Now, NPR is the base for NRC. NPR has more data than NRC. In fact, they started the process of updating NPR in 2015. It was already done for the last census. In 2015, they started the NPR thinking that they will bring NRC. Now today, they are saying, no, this NPR is related to census. That has nothing to do with NRC. But believe me, that is a blatant lie. NPR is the base on which they are going to build NRC. So if somebody comes to your house asking for data for population register or something, kindly make him sit, give him a tea and send him off. Never give one piece of your document, never give one piece of any information. Now coming to, people keep asking me, a lot of speakers have spoken, so I don't want to repeat all those things. What to do from here? We have to resist, that is very clear. We have to resist in the most peaceful and non-violent way. Because this entire fascism operates on propaganda. You do something, they will say something else. For example, when I resigned, before I resigned, I was the best collector, one of the best collectors in Mangalore. The day I resigned, I became an anti-national. How does one become anti-national in a day? Because propaganda teaches them to tell that. They will not tell anything. They will not tell he's a communist. They will not tell all that. They will tell you are an anti-national. Because that is how that fascist propaganda is structured. From all these elements, you can see. Immediately you speak something, they will say you go to Pakistan. They will not point any other country, even though they have added 3 more countries now. They'll only say go to Pakistan. So this is all formula, this is all propaganda. So to fight propaganda, we need to be slightly brilliant also. Slightly mind game also is required. With our own people's force, we should also use our mind power to defeat these guys. And this is nothing in front of us, in front of these people, in front of our own capacities. It is nothing. This is an interesting time in history. One of my friends was very, very upset. He was saying what is happening, what to do. I told him, look, this is the most interesting period of history. We are all there. Now we are going to show what India is. We are going to show. Who will get this opportunity? You and me have got this opportunity. We will show this government, we will show these fascist forces what our country is all about. So never budge an inch, never never give any space as far as NRC and this thing is concerned. So resistance is important. At the same time, have a good strategy for resistance also. That is my simple advice. Secondly, individual resolve is very important. I have resolved, come what may, even all of you give your documents, I will not give. That resolve should be there with everybody. If all of us take that resolve, I am sure how many detention centers they will build, how many people they will send out. Assam is a very good example of how they will fail. They have tried this for 6 years in Assam. In 6 years they were not able to get that list at all, even though Assamese people wanted it. Assamese people were very receptive for NRC. But government cannot do all these things. You know how government works, no? In government there is something called a life certificate. If somebody is alive for his pension, he has to go and get a life certificate. In cases where 1 year they have not gone, the next year the person goes and says, sir, last year I couldn't come, this year I come, this is my life certificate, please give my life certificate. The government will say, go and bring your old certificate. Even though you are alive now, government wants your previous year life certificate. That is how government works. So if we give our dignity to this piece of paper, to government, then we are all gone. Everybody is vulnerable in this matter. Of course, their target is the minority. There is no second thought about it. But I want to tell my other friends, Don't think you are outside. You are also there. Everybody, every Indian who is middle class, who is lower middle class, who is not, is the first generation educated, they all will face problems if we allow this NRC to come. So in this, there is no question of any separation. We have to be unified in this entire fight and we will win. There is no other way. Let me be very clear on this matter. And also I would want to tell everybody, this has to sustain until this bill is taken back. Okay? In some way or the other, we have to sustain this entire thing in a very, very peaceful way so that the government will understand and it will take its bill back or government will be forced to take the bill back. I also would appeal to all political parties. It is no more about you. It is not about Congress, it is not about left, it is not about Muslim League, it is not about anybody. It is about the people. So all the political parties will have to come together with the people. You are either with people or you are not with people. So there is no question about any political party having their own thought process. Everybody should come into this matter. And finally, I will say one more thing. I personally believe this NRC is one among the many balls they are bowling at us. You know, in a cricket match, they keep bowling balls, you keep batting. So one ball you bat well, next ball they will bowl. So they are ready with some other more balls also. So this is the start of people's resistance, and how many ever balls they throw at us, we will resist them. We will have to be ready for all those things. And you know, nothing is much bigger than people in this matter. See, these fascists, when they enter a country, when they get power, first thing they will do is they will destroy all independent institutions. World over, they have destroyed the universities first, because universities where resistance comes from. World over, in Turkey, in various other places, wherever they have come, they will first demolish all independent institutions. So we are not going to get any justice from any institution. Highest court, from media to highest court, nobody is going to be with us. So people should come to the grassroots democracy. We should take our rights. We should not allow anybody to move an inch when our rights are disturbed. I am very happy that so many people with such vigor have participated in this program. Go back and talk to everybody. Go back and talk to the other person who has not come to this meeting. Go back and tell him that this is about your or my dignity and we will not budge an inch. Thank you.